do the question just a little bit different than we did last time. We want to make sure that we get everybody's story, who they are, what's going on with them, how you ended up here, a little bit about your kids. So kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, man, and about your kids and how you ended up here and where you are right now.
Well, my name is Gavin Murray. I'm a father of three children. Got two older boys, one 21, one 22. And my daughter's 5. I'm in Together We Can Recovery Center right now. I'm actually the house manager here and a recovery coach. But I started as a typical resident. And all that kind of stemmed from, me dealing with addiction in my life for a while, for a long time actually, and led to a lot of incarceration and a lot of mistakes, negative decisions and choices that I made. But today I'm in a position to where I'm turning things around in my life. I'm coming up on 3 years clean next year. Getting rid of my legal situations, really just starting to work towards, being the responsible person that I always wanted to be, and the man and the father I was created to be.
My name is Christopher Shaw. I'm a recovering addict. My drug of choice was heroin, cocaine. I got here because I've been involved with the legal system all my life, and my biggest support system recently is my girlfriend, and she's taught me into coming through the walks of getting my life together through sober living and a structured way of living other than the streets. I just was recently out there dying probably like 5 times a day, getting Narcan. Um, Lucky to be here, even telling my story. So um, here I sit today, trying to do the 12-step program, and I'm recently on step 4 with my sponsor, trying to figure this out. And came through here after VOA, Volunteers of America, and Dr. Robin accepted me to her sober living house. So this is like my second week here, and basically trying to get back to life, rebuilding, and a way of clean and sober. And this whole actual walk of life is new to me because every time I get out, I turn to the streets or criminal thinking era, dibbling, dabbling, thinking I can sell drugs and not dabble in them. And then I find myself overdosed, back in jail. So this time around, out of prison, I wanted to give myself a shot at a new way of life and a chance to be to live a little bit because all I've been doing is surviving. So here I sit today.
Glad to hear it, sir. I'm glad to hear it. Are you a father?
I have 2 kids of my own. I was in prison for a long period of time for robberies and criminal confinement. So like back in early 2000s, I had gave my daughter up for adoption. She's 22 today, 22 years old, and they gave her a far better life than I could have. I'm still at the same aspect I was back then, still running from the law, drinking, drugging. So I figured it's time to get it together. I turned 40 this year. I lost my mother last year in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My dad just beat stage 4 cancer, so I figured it's time to give life a shot and get it together.
Well, let me ask you, what do you have in mind as far as reconnecting, with your kids, or do you want to?
My girlfriend has 2 smaller children. One just recently turned 5. One is 2. I went back to prison when she was 10 days old on a parole violation. She's 2 now. They kind of really been the best thing that's happened to me in a long time as far as like support system wise. And she's actually in sober living herself, been there 9 months, doing real good. She's came from nothing. My hat's off to her. Tell her every day how proud I am of her. Me myself, I'm trying to walk through this so that not only prove to myself, so I can prove to them that I'm not going to mess her sobriety up.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying. I'm giving it my all. I'm committed. I'm committed.
Well, that's what we're here for, brother. I love to hear that you're trying to just regain the posture and the things that you need to be a man and a father in your home. And that's what Firm Fatherhood is here for. So any way that we can help or that you need our help, that's what we're here for. So questions are kind of gathered up from the 4 or 5 weeks that we've done here in the past few weeks. So, speaking about leadership in the home and the community, what does leadership look like to you as a father, both at the home and within your community? And how have you started that walk?
Oh man, big thing about it, because I had to be honest with myself. For a long time in my life, I wasn't a leader.
Mm-hmm.
I might have thought that I was. I may have wanted to, but I wasn't. Especially when I was making a lot of negative decisions. And a leader for me today, is trying to do the next best thing. Trying to do the right thing that I know is the right thing when no one's looking. And it's not about me. It's more about what I can do to help the next person. More than taking away, is what I can add to something. A leader is doing what you may not want to do, but it's the right thing. Facing challenges and things like that. Is doing what needs to be done, even if the crowd isn't doing it.
Put that out.
Leadership to me would be, first of all, someone that can stay out of the legal system for starters, and hold big integrity. Doing the right thing even though that nobody's looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working real hard on that subject, trying to make amends with bridges that I've burnt, family members that I've burnt, situations, loved ones as well as friends, even people that aren't friends, and I've been trying to lead by example. And I've known the right thing to do. I just have made the wrong choices.
Right.
So to me, a leader would be someone strong, intelligent, wise, street smart as well as book smart, because we've all walked through the aspect of life the wrong way, or we wouldn't be sitting here. And as far as in the community, somebody that's that can be a good role model, wants to work for what they want to achieve. And ain't nothing promised to you or handed to you in life. If you want something, you're going to work for it. I've been taking the easy way out, and doing the wrong thing because it's so much more easier than doing what's right. And so I'm actually going through aspects of life, and I'm starting from zero. But everybody around here together, we can. There's been good people around me, good situations. This is actually the first time in my whole adult life that I've actually lived around things that aren't going on in the street, drug dealing, drug using, negativity. So I'm trying to be a positive situation in what's going on as well.
I dig that. Good answer, brother. Good answer. And one of the other weeks, we also talked about emotional strength and self control. Being able to kind of hold yourself down or under fire when things are going on, how to basically be there for yourself and be there for your loved ones and your family. So, how do you handle moments when your emotions are high? What's one thing that you've learned that helps you stay in control and respond, not react?
A good situation for me to respond and not react now is I know that I have anger issues. Like main thing is common sense. If I can tell I'm a good mind reader and good in between the lines, like if I know that a person doesn't have any common sense going into something, I usually eliminate myself from the situation altogether because I can't handle it. So in order for me to do that, I just got to stop. I take a minute to assess the situation and think about my actions before, because every action has a reaction. So I try to help people the best I can, as well as myself. And if it's just not going to work out, I just got to walk away from the situation.
A lot of times, you really just got to breathe and you got to really take time to think. You got to really think before you react and and play the tape all the way through. I like to play the tape all the way through, think about what the outcome can be. And, today, I'm a person where I really pay attention to tolerance. I pay attention to the tolerance that people had to have for me when I wasn't in a more healthy place of spirit. And that helps me understand some of the things that I'm looking at that may be frustrating me so much. Because 9 times most likely, if you that upset, it's something that is taking place um, from a being or a thing. It's always a person involved that may not be as spiritually fit or healthy, I could say, which is the reason why they may have done them things.
Yeah, I can see that 100%. When we're talking about emotional strength and self-control, that kind of leads into being able to hold on to those things and make better choices and better decisions. We're going to talk about building a legacy and leaving something worth remembering. So when your children or community look back years from now, what do you hope they remember most about you and what you stood for?
Man, first of all, that their father never gave up.
Mm.
You know, even I had because I had to take that energy, that fighting spirit that I had on my negative side of my life into my positive, and I never quit. Um, and I think about it, for a long time, it's like I remember myself always saying and doing things, but now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to see the things that I said and that I've done starting to manifest. Today, my kids can not only say, "Daddy always saying you need to work hard, you need to do this, you need to do that," but Daddy's not doing that because Daddy is doing that today. So now the things that I suggest, and try to lead my kids with, I'm not just saying it. This is what they see me doing.
You're doing it, right?
And they starting to see some of the things manifest from the result as a result of me doing that, which is helping what I'm trying to lead with them with, the advice that I try to give them. So, that's one thing for sure, that I never quit. And, I stood firm on having a spiritual relationship in my life.
Right.
Even if it didn't seem, as a cool thing to do. I know in today's society, the youth are more distant from a higher power, and with the free choice, than it's ever been. But, whatever the thing may be, I always stood firm on that. And either you accept it, you don't. I know people are always gonna say things. People are always gonna have things to say, but standing firm on that, and like I said, the results always manifest. So I definitely hope that they hold that with them, and that they stick to finding out what your purpose is and living for that.
Somebody actually younger than me asked me this question, and they said, if you was to die right now today, could you live with what you would be remembered by? And I really had to stop and think about that for a minute when somebody asked me that. And it's actually a kid, and it really messed me up that somebody that young asked me a question like that. And I had to stop and think about what they asked me. And for a minute, my answer was no, because I couldn't live with what I'd be remembered by, because I had no remembrance. It was good. Every memory in me pertained to war stories of prison or doing the wrong thing or being bad to somebody. So I'm like with the integrity thing, I've been changing my ways, and I just want to be remembered as a good person, the one that helped anybody or do the right thing. Like I said, even though nobody's watching, so um, I'm giving it all I got. I know I can't change the past, but I can change the future. So I'm just taking it one day at a time.
I think that's admirable, bro. Because basically what you're saying is you're just going to utilize your life experience as a cautionary tale about making the right decisions.
And hopefully then my story can inspire the next person to change.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a great way to look at it, and to send something to the next person. I like that. Another thing that we talked about is spirit over struggle, reconnecting with purpose. So what keeps you grounded and focused when life gets tough? And how are you working to connect with your purpose as a man and as a father? Now, that question could be a bunch of things because I don't want to pigeonhole you that it has to be a specific purpose. But if it's something that you want to connect your life to, and if you do have a purpose, and what do you think that is as far as, staying, and how do you utilize it to stay grounded and focused?
My sole purpose right now is to get to the ones that love me. Nobody wants to be alone. I think abandonment is the main key to all humanity. Nobody wants to be alone.
Yeah.
And I basically am working towards being a better man, as a better person, to get to the people that love me, because for the first time in life, I actually feel that I got something to live for. My girlfriend and her kids is what gives me hope to strive every day to get to something better and greater than myself. And like I said, just trying to be the better person. So thing that keeps me grounded is knowing that where I came from, and 1 second away or a snap of a finger, it can just be taken from me again. So like I know that I got to be real cautious of every move that I make. I got to think 3 steps ahead. I got to play chess with life.
And it's just part of my why. Of course, I got people that I want to help and leave something for.
Right.
My children, a legacy, something for them. And also for myself today. It ain't just for myself. I want to prove that accomplishment, and for myself, and my own relationship with my higher power. That's part of my why today. It's not just about leaving something behind for my kids, although that is a part of it, but I also want to prove it to myself, because I feel like if I'm strong within myself, then I can continue to be strong for somebody else.
Okay. Absolutely, man. And just from Earl and myself, man, from Fatherhood as a whole, again, man, we want to really appreciate you for what you do. You are a light and a leader in this household. So the men that come through here see you, and you set so great of an example that from the moment they come in here, I can tell that they admire you, and they're already got their sights set on something that they want to accomplish and they want to complete the moment they come in this house. And me, from coming from outside of this house and just meeting these guys, and he's speaking you so glowingly, it just kind of speaks to the kind of leader you are and the type of man you are, man. So we want to say thank you.
I appreciate you guys, man. You guys fed into that too.
Yeah, man.
It take a village.
It does, man. It does indeed, man. So like I said, thank you. We appreciate you. And we're going to keep going, man. We're going to keep rocking, see what we can do, man. See if we can change one person at a time and help one person at a time, and keep on with our purposes, man, and join those together, and hopefully we can accomplish great things doing that, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right. Firm Fatherhood, I always got to place it together we can.
For sure.
Man, definitely thanks, Firm Fatherhood. Gavin Murray. You want to check out some of my music, Takeover, TAKEOVR, on all music streaming sites. We got books on Amazon, Gavin T. Murray Books. And blessings to everybody, man. Love somebody.
That's it, bro. That's it. Right on.